Hi everyone, I'm Jed Lewin. I'm a real estate broker here in New York City. I'm a former practicing attorney, and these are my kids, Charlie and Chelsea. Hey Charlie, do you know what I do for work?
Real estate.
That's right. Do you know what in real estate I do?
Sell apartments.
That's right. Exactly. I help people buy and sell homes. Can you describe New York City, the city we live in?
Central Park and the Empire State Building.
Central Park and the Empire State Building. Those are two iconic images of New York City. Great job.
And those and bagels.
Also bagels. Charlie, you mentioned Bo's Bagels in Harlem, where we used to live. We just moved here to the Upper West Side. What do you think?
It's good.
Do you like your new home?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you like our new neighborhood?
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about our neighborhood?
Ice cream places on our block.
So I think the thing that surprised me the most about becoming a father is how much I love it. I put it off for a long time. I wasn't ready. I didn't feel emotionally ready or financially ready, and you never are. And that's the advice I have for people: is you're never ready, but you're ready. Do we want to ask you some questions? What are your favorite toes? Which are your favorite toes? Charlie, what do you like to do together with me on the weekends?
Read H to the P.
H to the P. Yeah, we do love to read Harry Potter together, don't we? I think one of the things that I learned from my dad that I am very conscious about repeating is to be present. My dad was pretty late in his career and fairly late in life when he had me, and he was able to be home, cooked every meal, took me to every sporting event, and was just around all the time. And as much time as I spend focusing on my career, I also really go out of my way to make sure I'm here for Charlie and Chelsea every morning and every night and on the weekends. I really love this photo because it's such a great juxtaposition of my dad, Chuck, and my son, Charlie, who's named after him. This was a gift from my wife on my second Father's Day, and I just love getting to see the two generations together like this. So this is something that I find really cool. These books up here were my dad's from the 1920s, and it's wonderful for me to be able to read them to my kids and get to share stories about my dad reading them with me when I was a kid. This is such a happy memory of my wife and my wedding day. This is our first kiss at the first reveal, and the special joy of being a father and a parent is just amplified every time I look at this because my wife Erica is such an extraordinary mother. My biggest hope for my kids is that they grow up happy and healthy and have opportunities, and that they remain as close later as they are today. Balancing fatherhood and a busy real estate career is really challenging, particularly on the weekends, and particularly for my wife, who's an absolute saint. I spend a lot of time working on weekends. I often have to work at night. I often have very little control over my own schedule because I service clients. And it is challenging, but if you can set limits for yourself and set limits for your clients and set limits within the industry, I think it's really easy to manage.
This is Jed Broker here. What can I help you with? Bum, bum, bum. I need help with buying an apartment on 100 West 16th Street. Come back.
A typical day for me starts pretty early in the morning with these two. We have breakfast, we get ready for school, and we spend as much time reading together as possible, right, Charlie? Then it's off to school, off to work, and come home in time to make dinner. After dinner, we do some more reading, some nighttime rituals, and off to bed and back to work. So my dad was a larger-than-life personality, very gregarious, very outgoing, and taught me a lot about how to interact with people out in the world. His ability to strike up conversations with strangers is something that I paid a lot of attention to and found embarrassing at the time, but now utilize every day in real estate. So I first became a dad when Charlie was born, and I was 42. I turned 42 the week before he was born. Obviously, I waited a long time to become a father, and the choice was absolutely the right one for me. It's just been incredible to bring so much experience and patience and, you know, my whole life before marriage and fatherhood to being a dad. It's been great for me. It's really mellowed me out and allows me to be much more present. Hey buddy, what's my favorite spot in this house?
Daddy's chair.
That's right. And why is this my favorite spot in the house?
Because it's our spot that we read together in.
That's right. Can you open? Would Malfoy believe what he had seen? Would anyone believe Malfoy? Nobody knew about the invisibility cloak. Nobody except Dumbledore. Harry's stomach turned over. Dumbledore would know exactly what had happened if Malfoy had said anything. So as someone who grew up here in Manhattan and spent my entire childhood and really my entire life here, I love getting to share the same experiences that I had with my kids. We go to many of the same places, Central Park, Washington Square, the East Village. We walk around together in the same places that my parents took me. And I love how easy it is for Charlie and for Chelsea to go to museums, to go to the zoo, to go to Central Park, to go to a different playground every day. Do you love that too, Chelsea? There's really no other place like New York, and it's why I'm incredibly happy to be raising my kids here. Chelsea, what's your favorite thing about New York?
My big brother returned.
Should we tell some of our pirate jokes, Char? How do you know if you're a pirate, Charlie?
You say, "Arr."
You just are. Do you know what a pirate's favorite letter is?
R and O.
Well, you might think it'd be R, but his first love be the C.
Oh, right.
Do you know what the pirate said on his 80th birthday?
Arr.
Aye, matey.
Oh, right. I'm forgetting a lot of this.